knife's kind of dull. It's a little dull. Oh, welcome, folks. Hello there. Doing some roof repair. Sorry if it's a little windy sounding, because it is. It's a little breezy out here. The little breezy. I can't see the chat because it's the bottom of the camera. So if you're saying something, it's not like I'm trying to ignore you. Roof repairs, folks. Got to take the old jack off. Do some repairs on this. Put the new jack on. I was trying to keep this out of that groove. Best I can. You know how roofing goo is. Never goes where you like it. Unfortunately. Gotta get a nice, decent spread so I can put the tape down. The gauze stuff. At least, well, how many are in here? 3 people. Hey guys, sorry I can't see the chat, so if you're saying something, unfortunately I can't see it. Unfortunately. Alright, let's get this thing down. This gauze stuff we're sticking over a lot of these joints and stuff. This stuff's definitely better than what was on it. It had the old style with the bigger holes, which I'm not even sure where you get that stuff anymore. It's hard enough to find this stuff, it seemed like. You start from the bottom and then work your way up to the hole. You want water to be flowing the opposite way, away from everything. So just go all the way around the edges first and then work yourself in. At least that's what I do. Tis what I do, folks. Tis what I do. Do what I do, do it not as I say. No. Is that how they say it? I forget. Who's all in the chat? Hey, what's up, Ghost? Moist Beans, hello. Everyone like and subscribe. Thanks, mate. Rodney, what's up, brother? You're the winner of last night's game. W Streamer. In what? In-N-Out? Sure, let's go to In-N-Out Burger. We don't have one here where we're at, though. It's in Tucson. We don't have one here near where I'm at here in Sierra Vista, currently working. We do not have one. I'll take an In-N-Out, though, definitely. Definito. Perfect. I'm going to use the whole gallon just to goop these on. Once the black is all on and dried, then we put white on top of it. Yep. Yipper dippers. That strip down. It's like a gauze material, kind of like. It's not really quite a netting. It's better than that. More of a gauze. It's supposed to be better than it doesn't tear as easily. I don't know. I've never used this style. I haven't quite. There we go. Alright, spread that over. Gotta do it without getting it all over me, you know. I should have wore a different pair of pants because these ones actually were decent pants and I'm getting some black goo on them. Oh well, so many of mine are bad anyways. Hey, 8 people in the chat. Ronnie says, I reread Judges 7. It says 300 he took through delivered in 3 companies that surround the camp. Wow. That's strange because the internet said 100. That's weird. I mean, it did seem weird that everybody said 300, but then the one thing said, hey, you still won though, I think. Everybody said 300, but then the internet part said there was 100. So I mean, if they did three companies of 100, that makes sense, but that would still make 300 though. So I don't know. That seems strange. Anyways, we are playing with goop. This stuff's it can be a mess if you don't watch it. See, a mess. It's a breezy day. Trees are moving. You probably hear the breeze. I don't know if you could smell it. Hopefully not, because the neighbor's smoking some weed. At least he was. I had to use a torch on this to lift it up out of the goo. What you sealing up? Oh, I took the roof jack off because it was leaking, plus the coolers too. I got to clean the bottom of that cooler tray out and reseal it. And then yeah, we got a new cooler tray here. Not sure if you guys can see that or not. That's going on the roof. So got to seal it up, and then I'm putting tape and then slowly working the tape up to the center. Yep. What's that? I didn't know what that was. Seemed like something weird there, like a metal chunk. Could be, I guess. Burrs. Try not to get it in the groove so I can put the lid back on without making too big of a mess. We'll see. This is an old mobile. It's a place I'm working at. It leaked, and so the ceiling in that bedroom right there on the other side was messed up. I put a new brace here, new brace there underneath, and one across here. That's why it has a hump here. I don't know if I can get one in between that spot so it's not swaying. I don't know, because it's so tight in there with, can't get a lot of stuff in there because the ceiling's only like a foot deep in the center, and the sides just go down to like 2 inches. So yeah, I don't know. All right, there we go. All right, now bottom strip. Moist, that sounds dirty. Let's see here. I'm coming to work with you, Jerome. I'm gonna be a handy apprentice. All right, let me switch the camera back. I gotta set you guys. Sit you guys down, mate. There we go. Hopefully that's okay. Good enough angle. Let's see, we actually need one on the bottom first. It should be about the same length, so we'll cut this off. Knife needs sharpened up. It's a little dull. This stuff's unique. It's like a gauze feeling. Feels like gauze. Oh, my foot, the tip of my foot got in the goo.
We don't want that, mate. No, sir.
It's sunny here, but it's breezy. If you hear people talking, that's where a park is at, and they're having like a food bank drop-off, I think. It sounds like they're fighting over food or something. I don't know. Almost sounds like it. Like a bunch of chickens squabbling. That's what it sounds like. Let's put another one across the bottom. Should be the same length, so let's cut another one the same length. Stuff's a little sticky like, so you can't crumble it up too much. Kind of reminds me of that gauze stuff you used to wrap around your arm after you give blood, but it's more mesh than that. All right, that'll reach. Some goo under it. Set it in that hole for now. Burrs, you burrs, you burrs. sure I don't drip any in the hole. Goop it in accidentally. And the little fins down there for the air diverter fins. Alright. That should do it. Overlap it just a little bit. Try to spread it nice. I gotta press down hard enough, but not too hard where it smears the whole thing around. It's about hard enough so it gets the goo inside of the membrane of these thingies, the mesh. All right, I might do one more on that, just part way over the hole, just so I get up against. Wow, this thing needs sharpened, dude. Gals and dudettes and dudes. On it. Yeah, there we go. All the way up to the entrance. Oh, I got plenty of this stuff, so plenty of the mesh. Definitely extra of the mesh. The goo's what I'm afraid I might not have enough of eventually, but we'll see. Used up almost half of it. Thing is, it wasn't like plumb full. I thought maybe it would be, but it really wasn't. It was apricot full, not plum full. Alright, there's that. It's got a good coat on it. Alright, need one across the front here, like so. Yes, dull as a peanut butter knife. Close to it, not quite. Overlap like that. Another shorter one. Put some weight so the wind don't blow that away. It's gonna blow it away. Oh, someone's trying to get a hold of me. Don't know who. Maybe it's a customer I sent the quote off to. What in the world is all racket? It's over there at that park where they're having the food bank drop off. Got all sorts of hooting and a hollering, and tooting and a rooting. Something for truck gassing it real good.
Let's get out of here.
Well, that wasn't quite long enough.
I don't like it, mate. You didn't make it long enough. Who did that?
Wasn't me. There we go. Overlap all the edges. Press down without getting too much on your fingies. All right, let's get another one across like that. Yeah, this stuff's unique. It's got a little bit of tack to it, almost like a tack cloth, like for painting, for auto body painting. Tacked cloth, if you ever used one of those. Kind of reminds me of that too. Get some on there. Spread it real good like.
feel good like.
Jerome, you're making a mess. Yep. I make a mess to fix a mess. Alright, I gotta jump up to the other side, patch that up, and then patch the top to it. Yep, yep, yep. Alright, what do we got? Hey, what's up, creator? Can't read the screen, sorry. Or not, yeah, that's creator, yep. Hope your sinus problems go away. I have runny nose. It's a little runny yet. It's probably the change in weather, some of it. You get that tar on your pants because it never comes off. You need gas or diesel, kerosene, methylated spirits to clean off that stuff. Yep. W40 might work. Yep. Talk to you later. I gotta eat dinner. All right, see ya. Where you at with rooster crowing? The customer, the next door neighbor on the same property, there's like 2 mobiles on the same property. The guy rents them out. He's got some chickens and a duck over there. No, it's in town though, which I'm surprised they allow roosters. I guess if the neighbors don't complain, you're all good. But yeah, there's some chickens down in there on the other side. The fence goes like here and then comes that way a little bit and then back. There's a duck in there and some chickens. No, I'm in Arizona. Arizona. I live and work in Arizona. Most of the time. If we're not daydreaming too much. Arizona highway, beachfront property in Arizona. Yes, sir. All right, spread that stuff. Yeah. All right, strip about yay long. Overlapper, just a little bit, not too much. Somebody's trying to get a hold of me.
They really are, mate.
For some reason, I don't know why. All right, get another one over there. Coat this spot here real nice like. Yep. Nice goobered on there all over the place on it. Glad I got a gallon, not just tubes. I mean, I already knew to get a gallon anyways, but you always gotta just goop it on, folks. Yep, yep, yep. Gooper, gooper, gooper. Goofy goober. I'm a goofy, 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 goober. Whoa there. Had some stuff fly. Fly, fly, fly. Should be able to use the shorter one here. Yep. Whoa there. Let's not goop it on the bucket sides, okay? Not do that, folks. Alright. Make sure it's good. Push it down enough gently, otherwise it pulls the whole thing out. There we go. Press down on it, get it down in there. Yeah, just like like so. Yes, sir. Yep. All right, another short one. Shorter. I do talk to myself when I'm working, but not normally this much. Since you guys are on, that's why I am. I normally do talk to myself a lot of times, but not quite that much. Alrighty. Clean off around the rim. The edges. Nice and tight. Alright. Clean up this groove a little bit if I can, without getting too much in it. So I want to put that lid back on, but I don't want it to stick. Clean it all out. Alrighty. Ooh, that sun's bright on the top of this lid, even with sunglasses on. Hi there. You guys go for a little ride, huh? Yeah, you did. Man at work. What's up, Bruce? Yep, man at work. Man down, because the thing went kaput. It went sideways. Yep, we're patching up this roof. We had to rip off the old jack and put a new one on here shortly. Sorry, my phone. Somebody keeps trying to get a hold of me. Yeah, I had to get the roof jack. That one was all rusted out. Then we got to clean out the tray of this thingy too, the cooler. Get my Monster. I've never had the Irish cream, and I'm not sponsored by Monster, by the way. I had a fake Monster company try to reach out, but it was fake. I've never tried the Irish cream. It's kind of weird. It almost tastes alcoholic, if that makes sense, but it's not. So yeah, we got to clean that out. I got a new filter for it. It was leaking. I mean, it's bad enough, the whole thing. It's like, you should almost just get a whole new cooler. Can't now, this time of year, though. Just a special order. Alright, we're shutting off that dumb noise. It's causing problems. There we go. I love Irish cream. Never had that, though. They have an Irish cream alcohol type. It's not that brand. It's a different brand. It's not Monster brand. But I should have brought my heavy duty shop back. I could vacuum that out. I guess we'll have to scrape it off real good and then air it out like with a blower. But we don't want to get that junk all over this. We got some trash here. I need to bring a bag up here to pick up this trash that I had to peel up with the heat and the torch to get to the screws for that old one. See, someone was in here before. They did the ceiling inside with drywall there, and then put like 2x6s for like a flat pedestal, kind of, I guess. I don't know. We got to clean that cooler out and then coat it all inside. So yeah, the Irish cream has a weird flavor. It almost has like an alcoholic flavor one. I've actually had an Irish cream, a couple sips of the alcoholic type. And it tastes just like that, but without the alcohol. Into the work van, gotta find a bag. Put basura in. Let's see, where's my keys? Where's my pockets? Mi pantalones. Alright, where's a bag? ¿Dónde está la bolsa? Para basura. Para basura. Here's one. We can use this for trash. It's got an electrical box in it right now for this house. The one I bought wasn't going to work, so we got to use this one instead. Heavy duty ceiling fan box mount. That way if they ever want to put a fan, even though it's got low ceilings, make sure nothing good in here. In this bag. En esta basura. Bolsa. En esta bolsa. Alright, had a couple things in there I might need to save. Alrighty. Right. Yeah, this thing was, if you take a look at it, it's all crusty and rusty. See? And it was just like falling apart. Had how many coats of sealer on top and still wasn't sealing. Some of it though is since this was rusted away from the cooler itself, the cooler like sits inside here, which they don't have this style anymore. It has a big old lip on it. Anyways, that cooler bottom itself was leaking in between here and causing it to drip on the ceiling inside the roof, which caused it to collapse. So we got to remove that soft ceiling. We did this last week. We had to put some reinforcement pieces in there. We jacked it up real good, made our own little headers, or not headers, supports, which we might put one in here just to keep that up farther. If I have some extra, I do have one right there, but I'm going to use some of that to hang the new box on, this new box here. There's another bag of trash, I guess. And then the drywall is going to go in this slot here. I have to do 2 pieces, maybe 3, a little one there. Slide this piece in, and then the other one's going to go that way and slide in on that groove on the top of the wall. Pretty much a full sheet. I'm thinking it's a little less than a full sheet and a little extra we can put here. But yeah, I gotta put the new box somewhere in the ceiling here. Yep. Bailey's. Yeah, that's the one I had. It was Bailey's. Stopped drinking alcohol like 15 years ago. Haven't had a drop. That's exactly what it was. It was Bailey's Irish Cream. One of my customers had some and they wanted me to test it out or whatever. I can't remember exactly. I tried it out. It actually was pretty good. I thought it was actually pretty good. Like if I would drink something, that would be it. But the problem is it tastes good. I thought it tasted pretty good. Yeah, see this too? Like all this type of stuff, he's dealing with it, I guess. He's going to sell it as is, this house. With that property, with that house, which is on the same property. They're both for rent.
Anyways.
Oh, where'd my bag go? I had it in my hand earlier. I could use some of these bags over here that's got stuff in it for trash. See, I was going to use this box, but it's way too skinny to hold all those wires coming in. A pancake won't work. So, all right, we can use this bag. And that's just to replenish my current stuff. Same with that. Actually ended up scanning for 2 cents. When I beeped it at Lowe's, it went up to 2 cents. Yep, that's all, 2 cents. It's like, is there any more? Elastomeric roof patch. So once that stuff up there is dry and I have a roof jack on it, we're going to stick some of this over the screws and this over the main part of it. It's advanced elastomeric roof white roof coating, siliconized. This is pretty good stuff. It's not as good as this full siliconized. That stuff's about $120 a gallon. Although I do have some sources for 80 something online. I think it was. We need these 2 bags. You've got quitting alcohol running. Yeah, good for you. Yeah, that's good. Good for you. Yeah, I never wanted to get involved with that stuff. For one, I have a conscience against it. You know, I'm a believer, and so it's like the Bible says that our bodies that Christ dwells in is the temple, and I don't want to pollute it. Same with smoking, same idea, or drugs and stuff like that. Oh, drogas. All right, we gotta pick up this trash. All right, let's switch you guys. Oh no, we wanted it that way. All right, we gotta pick up this trash here. Put that on top of there. I have to hold the one bag in my pocket because the breeze is gonna blow it away. All right, got some trash here. The old screws I'm just gonna trash because that's it. They're just old screws. They're like 5/16 heads, and then some of them are drywall screws, 1 5/8", 2-inch drywall screws to hold that base on. I was like, what in the world?
What redneck sideways weirdo kiddo did this? Cousin of a monkey's uncle?
I gotta clean out the base of that cooler too on here. All this stuff's getting good. But I need to put that base down here shortly. That base that's in that box over there. We gotta stick that on this goo here. Yep. Open her up. I got that online for about half the price. It took like 4 days to come in. It's actually early. Came in like 2 days ago. It was supposed to be here tomorrow, but it came in 2 days ago. So I'm glad. Yeah, I got it for 60 something bucks. It's supposed to be 130, I think, for the same thing. The box is a little damaged, but it could work. Gotta see how it opens up here. Not sure. Hard to see how this thing opens up. So much tape on it, you can't see where the openings are. We'll just have to cut the cardboard. The cardboard. There we go.
Extremely sharp edges. Do not touch. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it came with some screws too. Guess that's to hold the pitch. And it's got the little block off cleaner. Like that. And this slide out block out here too. There we go. Get that in the box. It's done like Let's see here. What did it say was 18 by 18? This is 17 something square. Okay. Now, which way do I have to put this to make it work? Okay, I think I put it that direction, the hole. Right? It's definitely a little bit bigger than the other one was. We'll just dry fitting it right there for now. I mean, because we want to put a little more goo on it, just around where it sits. As long as it's not, there we go. If they pulling it up, you lost my nice. All right, let's go get my screws. Put them on.
I'll be back, as they say.
As he says. Alright, let's open this back up. Surprised the wind's not blowing over that phone. Probably going to shortly. It's kind of breezy. Open this back up. Alright, scoop it real good along the edges where this is going to sit. I wanted to get an idea where it was going to sit instead of googling it first and then end up wasting some. Because it's bigger than the hole. The other one was too. That way it's got glue under the lip. We'll connect it to the tin roof. And some self-tappers. Whoa there, the handle just fell off on this thing. Okay. You know, likey. There we go. Maybe that stays in now. Goop, 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 goop. All right. Lined up. Center that opening. Right there. Yeah, pretty good. Got these self tappers here, 3/4 inch. They're like a Tech screws. Usually work pretty good for this type of stuff. Except for the bit. This bit is in my pocket. There's a Phillips, but that's not the one I'm going to use. What do I do with my bits? There's two of them right there. This is a Phillips. It's like a #1 Phillips. All right, what we got? Who's dogging? Hey, what's up, Two Fish? Okay, thanks. Quitting alcohol was easy. The hardest was quitting heroin and smoking. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Allegedly, I'm smelling some weed right now. I'm gonna get a high. Allegedly. Get it all tacked down and then do it over. Goober, goober.
I'm a crazy goober.
Ooh, I gotta watch it. I'm getting my drill in the bottom end of that. Yuck. Getting the battery out. That is not nice. It's because it's a big battery. I need to get a small one on here. Doesn't goop it up so badly.
So badly. Not very good, mate. Not good at all. Don't want to put too many, but I want to put enough. Obviously. Obviously, mate. Oh, buggers. I keep getting that in there. I can't do that, folks. I can't keep getting the battery in there. Let's see, do I have an extension? I had one up here. Alright, we're going to have to change this battery out. I'm getting junk all over that battery. I can't have that. That's a wreck. He's a wreck.
Get the smaller one. 5 ampere 4. Do I have any charms that are that size? I should have used my older impact, not my newer one, because I'm getting goo on it to clean it off later. Some other stuff. Alright. There we go. That'll be better. Also hoover the battery over the metal, not the goo. Kind of had to there. Just have to hoover it over sometimes. Hoover vacuum cleaner. Hover, not hoover. And hover over it. Yeah, this is working pretty good. Holding it down nice and tender like. Maybe it's supposed to go the other way, but it shouldn't matter on here because the platform is straight. Just noticing that. Probably should have went the other way. I thought I already figured that out, but I guess it didn't. The roof's pretty much flat, plus the platform they made is flat, so it should work. Yeah, looks good. It looks good, my friends. Very good, very good. Alright, let's not do that. I want to poke holes through the seams of the roof. We're trying to fix here. After this is all cured, it's getting ice and water shield all the way around this, and then white sealer. But we gotta wait until it's totally dried, I'm pretty sure, before I can put the ice and water shield stuff on. I got enough goop in here to coat that cooler too. I don't think so. There's barely anything left in this 1 gallon bucket. Man, it keeps falling off. Who there? 7 people. Hey, what's going on? Appreciate you coming by. We are fixing a roof leak. We put a new roof jack for a cooler on the roof here. blackjack stuff. That mama, they call it. Some people call it. It hasn't been called that in a while though, because people think you're racist then. It's just what they always called it though. I haven't heard it called that in forever. I haven't heard it called Black Mama in a while. Because it ain't politically correct. You're gonna cancel me for that. Right, YouTube? I know you. You hate me because you ain't me. 'Cause I'm doing something good. And you don't like me prospering. I know you, buddy. Alright, there we go. Hate us because they ain't us. Hate us because they ain't us. Alright, let's put that lid on. Yeah, we got to clean out this cooler right there. We got to clean out the base of that. Figure out something for that. It looks like it's already been coated, so I don't know how much more I can recoat it. Clean it out as much as we can. Remember Dad cleaning out coolers every year to help him out. Some's rust, some's sealant, I think someone else put on, it seems like. I don't know, I need something stiffer than this one though. That one's not stiff enough. It's too flexible. This one's stiffer, but it's too big almost. It's all loose. Thing's worth honestly sealing off because it's so rusty. The last one on that other mobile over there, they put a new one on. It's a little smaller than this though. Because it was all rusted out like this one. They also put a new jack on that one as well. But this one's been sealed before. Try to seal it again. Be lost cause. We'll find out. But it was leaking around the base here into the house. Get in there or not. I got a new float for this, so if we damage it, I got a new one. I was actually able to get a float here. Surprisingly, they were up in a box put away for the winter, but they still had them at Lowe's. Because sometimes, you know, these things leak while you have them winterized, although you should have the water off, which they did. Not originally, though. Could have been this thing leaking, too. That little peephole thing, I don't know. The Afternoon Desert Fan. What's up, JT? Yeah, there's just so much hard water deposit. Calcium buildup. Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Appreciate it. How's your day going so far? I have to get most of that out and then get a screwdriver to get the rest out. And maybe a wire brush. We'll see. Yeah, there's a hole right there through the sealer. See, they already sealed off this pan and it leaked out. They've already did some work on this from who knows when. Pump up there. I don't know if that pump actually works. Yeah. Is it locked up? No, it's not locked up, so it should work. It's a 5,000, 115 volt, 1/140th horsepower. Look at that. It's not a quarter horse. It's and it's not a 14th horse. It's a 1 in 140th horsepower. Never heard of it. I'm good. Just finishing my chores around the house. That looks like more than one season. No, oh, definitely. No, they haven't winterized this thing who knows when. It's a rental house, so they probably didn't have a maintenance guy here all the time like me. Yeah, sometimes if you just, what you do is you clean this out at the end of the season and then clean it again at the beginning of the season. Make sure it's all good. Back east, they don't have these things because it's too humid to run them. But as you can tell, beautiful day. Not really any clouds. I think there was this morning, but not really anymore. There's some way out there. Yeah, they're making a lot of racket over there. I think they're doing food bank handouts at the park there. They must have just recently painted that building and roofed it. The little green one looks cool. Anywho. Who knows about the spider wires, if they even work. That wasn't my job to make sure that part worked. It was to seal off the pan best I can. That was my job. And fix the roof leak, the jack, and also the roof that collapsed. But I couldn't put drywall in the ceiling. Gotta put that underneath so the wind don't blow it. Couldn't put drywall in the ceiling until this was taken care of. The leak. There's a screw sitting there in the water where the water would have been. I did have to undo that wiring there. There's wiring bits sitting in there. If whoever rewired it again, never even cleaned up their wire junk. Yeah, this is just old stuff. Like it was steel seeping through because it was rusty underneath. I mean, if this was mine and I had the extra money, I'd be like, dude, just get a new cooler. This thing is so rusty and messed up. He's selling it, so he doesn't want to put too much money into it. Selling it as is, pretty much. Needs a new belt, too. Motor sounds a little dry. Those little oil things you pop open, drop the oil in. Feels like it, that little oil thing on top here. I've been on a swamp cruise for some many moons. Yep. There's a reason, right? There's a reason, folks. We don't use swamp coolers anymore. Oh, my back. There's a church over there, Calvary's Rock Church. Bishop Andre 16th pastor. He's a bishop and a pastor. Okay. Yeah, that stuff's unique. I've never had the Irish cream. It's not my favorite. I prefer the mean bean. So that's got to be very cured before I can put caulking and that white sealer over on top, as well as before we can stick that on top. As well as, what else do we need? I need to clean that out, and I don't have my big shop vac with me. That's a bum deal. I have my little one, but I won't be able to suck that stuff up. Here's a juniper berry. This is the juniper tree. I just about to say, at what point do you just say it's not worth that man's hours? I know, right? So I'm doing a bid on this. I think I charged them like $1,700 to take all this out and repair the ceiling in there. And with materials was like $2,400 and something. I figured like 3.5 days worth. Right here is nice and stout. In here, because I put a new brace in right here. So I put new stuff across there, and one across here, from here to there. But it's still shallow here. I think I should put maybe a brace across there, because this is where it was leaking. Some of it. That there's like a hole and a slice. When I came up here, he had some more goo up here and some sticky tape used for like duct working. That aluminum sticky tape. That wasn't up here before. He told me he did something up here. Yeah, I know. It's like that thing has so much stuff done with it that's rotting apart that they found out, like with this one here, that one across the way over there, that cooler. Let's see if I can. Yeah, that one right there. That's brand new. That one they just replaced last season, and a new duct working because it had the same problem. You got to watch these roofs. You got to walk on the beams. Like there's a center beam here because they're only made by 1x4s. Then every so often you got 1x4s running this way. Sorry, 1x2s double stacked. There's 1x4s this direction for the beam, if you want to call it a beam. All right, whoop, like right there, it's collapsing in. I was standing right here and it was starting to give way. You can hear. He eventually might want me to do the whole roof. I know we talked about it, but I never gave him a price about it. And he asked me when I gave him the quote for this, was that for coating the whole roof? No, which you should know. A person should know that if you look at the material list that I gave him. You would have to include like 2 5-gallon buckets of that white stuff. Which didn't even have a 5-gallon. It had one gallon for, around here. But we could put a brace. We already put one here. We could put one across here up in there from this brace to this one that I installed. Yeah, he had some like sticky tape he stuck with some other gooey under it. I don't know. Recently stuck that in. Who knows? What I'll probably do, that's the vent for the hot water heater. It doesn't have a cap on it. Water just goes wee down inside. Birdies and all. And there's like rocks up here. I don't know what that's all about. Some little kid throw them up here. Anyways, what I'll probably do is pick up a lot of this stuff on the roof and bring my shop vac tomorrow to clean that all out so this can cure very nicely before I stick that cooler on it too. I don't have my big shop vac here, otherwise I would do it. Didn't even think about that. This is the goop, the inside of that. But I almost need something more runny than this so I can like goop it real nice like, I don't know. Okay, just making sure. If the big wind doesn't come, I mean it is breezy. I'm afraid the wind's going to pick up those panels for this cooler and blow them off. Maybe even blow the thing off the roof. Blow that off the roof. There's panels in here I got to keep. It's like block off. We could toss it in the weeds so it lands softer. There we go. What are we fixing? What's up, Tally Gang? We put a new roof jack on this. We're going to clean out that swamp cooler. I don't have my shop vac with me, so I scraped it real good. I could blow it out, but then it's going to make even more of a mess on my big shop. Alright, bring this stuff down. Stick it by here. I had to use a torch to get the, what do you call it, off? Come on. Get the base off. Thing was on there tight like. There we go. Pile right next to the ladder to bring off. That way it's not blowing stuff off here. We'll leave that one up here. Doesn't matter. These bits in me pantalones. What we got? I think it's about the time I tell you that 2 years ago I was on my roof taking measurements for under eave lights. That day I found out I had seizures and fell off and broke my foot. Leg, it's a mess. Yeah, yep, that'll happen. Netflix, so I'm gonna fix that. That I know, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, you can goop it in there, but someone already did that and it was having problems already after someone did that. So it's like, well, what do you do? What dost thou do? What dost thou do? I think I'm going to have to add to the tally a different type of sealer for that that's more runny, because I don't have enough in there for that. And this thing's pretty much garbage. It doesn't really light anymore, even though it's got liquid in there. Something with the igniter's got issues. It's got issues. It barely works to light up that torch. Whee! Oh, hi guys. What's up? How's it going? Now you know what I look like. If you haven't seen me yet. Who dat? Oh, it's a convertible Beamer. Convertible BMW. Beamer. Let's bring some of this stuff down without killing ourselves, unfortunately, allegedly. What we got? Make sure I don't fall off this ladder with no hands, you know. I'm just putting my elbow on the rung. See? Like so. While I make my way down. I like putting my tools back in the van when I leave here because I do not trust this neighborhood. So I'll make a little pile outside the van and then put it back in. Although I can use some of this stuff because I got to do a little bit of work inside yet today. Put dust on the screen there. I can put the light cross piece and that other piece. There we go. I need to put a board to connect the new, I got a new power supply box for that. It's right here. I'm gonna put that one in there instead. We gotta put a piece across. And I'm gonna put one across here, from here to here, since it's got a dip there. Put it in between, yeah. This is indoor-outdoor wire. I'm not sure why that's in here. Anywho, I put drywall on that. What's up, real one? Sorry, I had a sneeze coming. Hey, what's going on, real one? Appreciate you coming by. How's your day so far? Sorry, I got some junk on my eyes are bugging me a little bit. Sorry, guys. Oh, I don't know if it's the breeze or what. Put these things back on. They feel a little like dry and watery at once. Appreciate you coming by, real one. I'm glad your live's doing a little better than mine. Your lives are getting more subs than mine, and they're staying, I guess. I don't know. Neighbor started his motorcycle. Pretty good, bro. Had to stop by to show some support. Put my like up for you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yours, I do hop in when I get a alert. Sometimes I'll hang out, and sometimes I'll just, depends on how busy I am, come in and give you a like and then head out. Because life's busy. So we can't stay around too much. Not sure what type of motor he has. He's got another Beamer too. I think that was his buddy. I think it's a 3M Beamer. Maybe not. Yeah, he's got a motorcycle too. Doesn't sound like a Harley, I give you that. It sounds more like a Honda Shadow or a Kawasaki. Like a under 1,000. Probably like a 550 to 750. Uh-oh, just about to die. Hey guys, sorry about that. Good morning, everybody. Is it still morning? Yeah, it's barely still morning. Sorry guys, I had to take that call. There was a space there for a little bit. I suppose it just shows nobody's there and just sits there, I suppose. But hey, we're back. I don't know if it refreshes it or not. Chat filter off all messages now. Yeah, I don't know if it re-alerted anybody or not, but hey, we're live again. I had to take that phone call. It was for an emergency job I did on Sunday, which I normally don't do. Let's see here. That's weird. Very unique, my friend. Very unique. Now, how does that work? Okay, so it goes sideways like so. So I need to mount that like that. That'll work, yep. As long as all the wires fit and I put it straight. Within reason. Within reason. Alright. Here it is. Oh. This stuff out of this. Screws. What's up, AT? You probably were on before I hung up. I had to take that message because for a customer. I did an emergency job on Sunday. They're just wanting to make sure that I'm going to get paid eventually. All right. This should fit all the holes there. So I think if I stick it there, yeah, that'll work. Could use those screws. Do I have the right bit for that? I might in my pocket. Hey, Beyond, how's it going? Yeah, it's almost afternoon. I think we're like 1 minute away, 2 minutes away. 11:52. I was live earlier for quite a while, but I had to take like a 5-minute break to answer a phone call. And it was just sitting in the background, buffering. 6 people in the chat. Appreciate you coming by, guys. The Desert Armory and more. We do gun stuff, hiking, outdoor stuff, cave exploring, mine exploring, and we post some of our handyman stuff, as you can tell. Yippers. Some crud in that one, don't we? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Milwaukee, I know we're not sponsored by you, but you make awesome tools. I love your tools, Milwaukee. You make some of the best ones out there all around, brother. Just like Smith & Wesson makes some of the best guns all around. Best pew-pews all around. In general. Whoa there. She not staying on the pocket, are she? No, she not. The impact. Alright, we're going to get the adjustment right here. Get it dry fitted. Should be something like so. We got to drop it down a little bit, but not too far, because we're using 1/2-inch drywall. Alright. 1/2-inch drywall. Bits down the box. There we go. And where'd the other 2 screws go? There's one of them. Oh, there's the other one. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I'm going to have to get the long screwdriver. Screwdriver. No, it's in my pocket. Están mis pantalones. This one here. Están mis pantalones. There we go. I gotta put this new box in the ceiling and run the wires through it. I think some go through for constant power. And some go through for the, well, technically it should be, is it full? No. Let's say is it full power, but no, it does have a switch. Alright, get this in there. Like so. Like that. There we go. Yes, sir. That'll do it. On our trick. That one.
what we got under here? A mess, probably. Boy, they tightened that up kind of funky. Oh yeah, rat's nest. No wire nuts, just electrical wire nutted, taped together. And that's hot too, I'm pretty sure some of it is. I don't know where my little sniffer went. See, we gotta feed some through these. We got 2 through here. We got 2 through the other side. Then we gotta feed some through the top then. Technically, if you're doing through a metal box, you gotta put a wire clamp through here and clamp it so it doesn't slide back and forth. So let me see if I got 2 of them in the van. Possibly. We might. But, like I said, some of this wire is hot, so. Oh my. Figure something out here. The whites obviously shouldn't, except this white one is, because they're using one of them as a return. one of the whites is a return. Well, why does, oh no, it does go that way. This one here runs to that switch. It's a little pancake box. Teeny little thing. It's only like that deep. Little plastic pancake box. But yeah, these are definitely hot, some of them, so I gotta find my sniffer. Should be in the van. Tell me which one's the hot one. I looked for it briefly earlier and I couldn't find it. Briefly. What's my battery like anyways? 58%, 55. It should be in a, oh, here it is, I'm pretty sure. Yep. There it is, my little electrical caddy. It's got the tester right there. Tell me which one's hot. Need these. Need some wire nuts too. Let's see, where's my wire nuts? Should be in, whoops, I just broke something, I think.
Don't do that. What did you do that for?
I don't know, don't ask me. We got this thing we could use. It's got some wire nuts in it. Starting to get a little hungry. My Life cereal didn't put too much life in me that I had this morning. Life cereal. All right, let's see here. Put you guys on the stand again. Shirt's coming untucked.
Again.
Yeah, this was just tucked in there with like these spring-loaded things. Never work. Definitely wasn't for weight. All right. This one shouldn't have any power until you flip the switch on. Yep. So that should be good there. This shouldn't have any. They're all the whites. All the whites. It's the black we got to worry about because that's what's hot. Grounds look like they're all twisted up in there.
Well, twist it up, mate.
Not the browns, the greens. Grounds. That's probably what I was supposed to say and did say. Got some weird wiring in here. What the what? That's some weird color. It covers. Alright, the ground now hooked up, at least one of them, to this box, and then they're all twisted together funny like. Oh, so funny. It's so funny. I had to laugh to tickle myself. There's the grounds. Where's my pliers? Insulated pliers, folks. Insulated pliers. Well, those are some small grounds. Teeny little buggers. Alright, I gotta separate all these. ones apart. Is it the right way? I think. I gotta put a new box in here. That's why I'm taking this all apart. And it's hot. It has power to it. This right here does. That doesn't. That's the neutral. Neutral. Alright. I need to undo the hots and then see which one's the traveler, the main one coming in. And keep that all separate from all the rest. So, let's separate these grounds a little better. This one just kind of wrapped funky right here. Because we can't have a ground near a hot when we open it up. No, we didn't get hit. Let's see if we can undo that now. Wow, no wire nuts. He's twisting them really good and put piles of electrical tape on them. Like piles. That should be constant. Yep. I could find out which one's for that. There's a fuse box inside the other room. It's got those round fuses you screw in. I could undo them all and there'd be nothing. There. It also has this. 2 fuse buses, the big ones. So now it shouldn't have any power. Ta-da! Nothing. You pulled it out. It's an old house. These are 60 amperes. Well, that one's a 60. This one's a 40. That's weird. Why did they have them off? One's a 60, one a 40. They should be both the same. You're going to have problems. They should be both 40 or both 60. Although that makes it 100 amp technically, so maybe that is correct. Alright, we shouldn't have power up here. Nothing. Yep, nada. Alright, we should be good. Cut this open better without getting fried. Like a fried onion. Like an ice cream sandwich. Fried ice cream. Wow, I put enough tape in there to sink a ship. Alright, let's get some more of this fed through. Then we'll put that back in and see which one's the carrier. The hot coming in. It should be this fatter one. That's this dark one right here. Oh, yeah, that should be the incoming would be my guess. Alright, where's the... Got this one done. I need my razor knife in here. Just cut it off. This knife is really dull. I don't think it'll cut it. Yeah, it kind of did. Just so. It's kind of old tape, so it doesn't cut very well. Not kind of, it is. So yeah, what they do is they just twist them together, or they use a copper crimp on it. See here. There's some type of crimp. They used a twist crimp. That's like the inside of a wire nut look. That is interesting. Let's see if I can get it off. I don't know how to use that thing. Never used that before. What we'll do is just cut it off and then restrip them. Alright. So this one should be the light. It's got the ground and a carrier. I'm going to get that out. That one's the light. One's the main hot going out, and the other one's this one going in, the white. They're using the white as a carrier. Alrighty. And those are all tied together. All the blacks, all the whites are all tied together, except the one white, which is on that light. I could just cut these, I guess. I have room.
Hot red, mate.
And then a little white one hanging off. Tie in that light fixture that I took off. Alright. I think that's the hot. Pretty sure. We'll separate them all. Separate these so they're not touching anything when we put the thing back in. When we put the fuse thingy back in here. Alright, and then we'll test it. Ah, this one's the hot. Not that one. I was thinking it was this one. That one's the hot. All right, that is that one we keep to the side. Then we'll wire that one last. All right, shut the power off. Should be off. Yep. Alrighty. I need to see if I got clamps for going through that metal box. Or at least something of the sort. Alright, I don't have the metal squeezing. I have these ones where you push the wire through, then it holds it. I don't particularly like them as much, but they do work. So, alright, and then I need to punch out two of them in the top. Except they work better punching them out the other direction. I might have to take this off just so I can punch them out more easily. And then put the plastic grommets. Yes, okay, yeah, I can still use it. Gotta make sure I punch out the right holes. Because I got 4 wires coming in. Gotta keep them all separate for now. Alright, so this one and this one. Pushing grommets in. Alrighty. Alright.
Well, what we got going, folks? Folky wokies.
Someone zooming around again with a pickup truck or something. Can you hear? Let's see on the wall, Noah, N-O-A-H, Noah. Noah! What's up with Noah? My brother-in-law's name. Noah. Fell off the head there. Alright, we are going to have, this is the hot coming in, which is off right now. that. Go straighten out. These are the funniest grounds on them. They're teeny. They're like 16 gauge. We'll have that coming off to the side here. Alright, that's the hot. And then we'll have this one going through the top. We can straighten it out better so it fits in there. Ugh. Why does my knee hurt all of a sudden? My right knee. It's usually my left knee that bugs me because I had surgery on it. Got arthritis in it from the surgery, from the damage. Alright, slide this one through the top. Up and over, boys and girls. We can get it in there, hopefully. The ground's having problems. Well, I guess all of them. Really. Set this to the side. Let's get need my little step stool. My regular stool was never there for me, but my step stool was. Yep, he was always there for me. Good step stool. Good step stool. There we go. I just need a better grip. See if we can get the ground through now. Oh. Ground's the one getting in the way now. They're so small I don't want to go through. They're teeny little buggers. The rest of the stuff is 12 gauge. White 12 gauge, yep. That's the old style 12 gauge. Nowadays it's yellow. Alright.
Yellow?
Yep, yeller. Alright, separate those. Put the grounds to each other, blacks by each other, whites by each other. You can put this one through the top as well. This one even has a smaller looking ground. I'm not sure why this one's such a weird color. I used the gray color wire, which is, you know, exterior gray wire. Particles from the ceilings get in my mouth. Oh, the white's getting stuck. No, it wasn't going. And now the ground. Oh, the ground's getting stuck in a little teeny hole. Got to go through the same entrance as the rest, buddy. There we go. I think we got it now. Just got to feed it through. And it's not wanting to go. There we go. It's getting stuck on the ground. And that little wad of, they put electrical tape on a spot there. For I don't know what, abrasion, I guess. All right, now this one. This one here feeds power to the light fixture. The whites still go all together. Not on this one. On the rest it does. Okay, cut off this extra there. And fold her up good like. One person watching. One faithful person. Appreciate you, wherever you are. Alright, that is the light. This should be the hot here. And these are carriers. And that's for the light. Alrighty. Oh. Not as far as I can get with that, because I can wire some of it together, but not a lot of it, because I still need the light fixture, but I need to put drywall in. But I can't do that until I finish the leak that was on the roof to make sure that's sealed off. So guys, we're going to call it quits for the day. We've been on 1 hour and 31 minutes roughly. So appreciate y'all coming by. Thank you for coming to Desert Armory and More.
This is some of the and more where we do handyman stuff. We also do cave exploring, mine exploring, hunting, hiking. Check us out. And please consider subscribing or becoming a member for $1.99 a month. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one. You can never go wrong doing what's right. And through Jesus Christ is the way to salvation. He is the answer to all your problems, including mine. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Appreciate you.